Good morning everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So starting off with Euro USD as usual, and as far as I'm concerned we are still ranging. Really not interested in jumping in on this at the moment until we start breaking this range. So oscillators are starting to drift to the upside, which would indicate maybe a potential break to the downside, but I think there's just way too much going on at the moment with inflation fears, with rate hikes, with supply chain fears, that we don't really know what direction to follow, and that is clear in the way we're moving up and down like this. So that's a sit on hand scenario for me. US dollar, Japanese yen, pretty much the same scenario. You can see potential double top forming here. Obviously we need to break below the swing low there for that to be validated. Really strong trend to the upside, but look at the diversions here. So if you take it from there, we still have very strong diversions, and we've got to cross over the oscillators. I don't want to be long when oscillators are like that. So looking at the 1 hour, and you can see in among moving averages, found support on the 155. So we start dropping, start breaking below the 155. That would kind of be my line in the sand, and there should be a level or some structure there. That's, let's just say that swing low there is it. So I'd want to see a break and retest of 129.984, and then that would get me short on the 15-minute chart, at least targeting these gaps here from a couple of days ago, or at least down to 128.637. So that's a fairly decent opportunity that is brewing. Problem I think is your stop is, the stop's going to be pretty wide, 687 points, but it does look fairly interesting. So that's the one thing. Moving on to British pound, Japanese yen. Nothing really going on. Tails to the upside, tails to the downside. Lots of chaos happening here. For me, there's two levels here we need to pay attention to. You see a break of those levels and a retest, then you're looking for an opportunity to short. At the moment, that is the 155 on the 8 hours, so that is my trend line essentially. Has not been broken yet, but on the hour, we definitely have broken a pretty nice entry there yesterday. Bit of a rejection bar off the 155, so your entry would have been on the bottom, on the break of that bar with a stop above it for a move back down into this area. So at the moment, I am still of the opinion we need to wait, and 160.500 is the area to wait for. And I want to see a break and retest of that for a continuation. Well, not a continuation, but a reversal, and that is going to validate a big head and shoulders here. So definitely watching that with bated breath, because that would be a fairly decent move to the downside. Lastly, Euro British pound. So we did get a break nice last week, and then we've got hanging man here. We've got oscillators group to the upside. Definitely don't want to be long up there. I'm looking for a pullback, and there are two levels which I gave you yesterday. So the first one is up here at 0.85135, and the second one is 0.84657. So I'd like to see a pullback into that area before looking for an opportunity to buy back in on this. So at the moment, oscillators all over the place. Yesterday, big down, big up, big confusion. No real interest just yet. The second scenario would be a break and retest of 0.85717. Break, retest that, then I'd look to continue to the upside. And you can basically just take your measured moves as the height of this structure, which is 520 points. So, but that would be the first target, and then the second target would be from here to there, which would be 1,419 points to the upside. So those would be the two upside targets if we break above 0.85717. If we get back down to this area, that's just going to validate the range, and I'd be looking for a long off here. The stop below, just a couple of points below the swing low here. So that's a fairly decent, it's a 200-point stop loss. Okay, anyway, that's kind of my view here. It's difficult to ascertain whether we are going to continue or not, but I suspect we have a weaker pound brewing. So it's well worth taking a stab at it, I think. That's kind of my opinion anyway. Anyway, that's kind of my view on Forex this morning. Hope it helps, and we will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.